Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about a question I get a lot, which is the traumas in the past, can't I just put it in a box and forget about it? I'm going to talk about some reasons that people come up with that typically get in the way of wanting to approach trauma, and also on the flip side of that, why it's imperative to do so. But let's start with this. Our bodies are wired to heal. If you think about getting a wound, your body naturally knows how to heal that wound. Now the issue here is that with psychological trauma, our bodies are also wired to heal and to find a sense of peace around what we've been through. However, say you leave a wound, a big wound on your arm, and you just keep putting bandages over it and over it and over it. You don't actually take the time to clean it out, to stitch it up before you're bandaging it. What's going to happen? It just festers. It's the same thing with emotional and psychological trauma. If we just keep stuffing it and keep ignoring it, it just gets worse. Our bodies are wired to heal in that when we have triggers related to our trauma, things that pop up, things that feel painful, that reminders, when we squish them down, we're not actually giving ourselves the space and the time to do a little bit of that processing work to start healing that wound. We're just putting the bandage on over and over again. So you have to listen to those triggers and listen to your body and what's coming up. And I know it's fucking annoying. I know that it's really hard to have the past popping up over and over again, but those are actually your opportunities to do some of the work to heal. So trauma work is about clearing out that wound. Yes, it's painful. And also things get infinitely easier and better on the other side, I promise. Another thing I hear is, it's in the past. Why do I need to go back and look at it? Can't I just forget? Let's just keep living in the present. Well, the issue is that when trauma is not processed and brought into conscious awareness and dealt with, the past gets repeated again and again in the present through our behaviors, how we're interacting with people, how we treat ourselves. So it's not actually in the past. The way that we put it in the past is dealing with it in the present so that we can kind of not be in a traumatized place where we're just acting from a place of repetition and reaction, but we're actually able to act from our core true self. Rehashing the past or my trauma is just wallowing in self-pity. There's nothing that's further from the truth than that. Coming into therapy and doing trauma work is about being empowered to take responsibility for your healing, even when the root of it was not your fault. It is about stepping into a space where you are going to take care of yourself and you are going to get to a healing place, not sitting here just, woe is me, self-pity. That type of vibe isn't the type of person who is really digging in and doing the work to be better and to change. I'm just going to call bullshit on that one. Can't I just put it in a box, put a lid on it, and move on? All right, let me tell you, I have a psychotic mini Australian Shepherd. She's 15 pounds soaking wet. She's 11 now, but when I was younger and she was younger, I took her on a couple flights, foolishly. Now, in order to fly, she had to go into a bag. This dog does not like to be contained, very, very high anxiety, and no amount of Benadryl and puppy Xanax could keep this dog in the bag. She was making sounds on this flight, people were like, what is that? It sounded like a rabid, screeching beast. I'm not kidding. She's clawing at the bag, clawing at it. She's getting her tiny little paw between the zippers and poking out, and getting her snout between the zippers and poking out. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm spending the whole flight just so stressed out, just pushing her, palming her head back into the bag. Okay, if you think about that, that is what it's like to live a life where you are pushing down your trauma. You are spending so much energy to try to keep something in a bag, in the box, that typically looks like people who are drinking, drugging, having sex recklessly, workaholism, unable to sit still, climbing mountains, achievement. People who aren't able to sit with themselves because they are actively separated from their truth and from some core part of themselves. So you can't sit still, you can't calm down, you're busybody, moving, spinning. That also makes it really hard to be connected fully to other people because you are separated from a true intimacy with yourself. Can't let anyone get too close. They might see that box over there that you're ignoring. I'm not saying that there isn't time and place to put it in the box, to take a break, to be in denial for a while, for even like months or years, maybe not years, but periods of time, so you can get things done, so you can move forward, so you're not just in your trauma all the time. But don't stay there. Don't live a whole life there. It's not doing yourself justice to have a life that's true to you, the things you want to do, the relationships you want to have. To be able to be like really at peace with yourself is a place of calm and self-love and connection. I guess that's the biggest piece, right? Being fully connected to yourself and your experiences, and therefore being able to be fully connected to other people and what you want in the world is a beautiful thing. It's worth the work. It's worth the pain. It's worth the struggle. So that all being said, you can't just put your trauma in a box, at least not forever.